please welcome the host of Are You Smarter Than a Twitch Streamer? Eret.
Hello and welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Twitch Streamer? My name is Eret, and I am using this show as a way to finally utilize all of the useless trivia facts that I have gathered from everywhere on the internet, and I'm going to inflict them on all of you. Today, I will be leading 6 Twitch streamers through a series of vexing questions, the very type of queries that have befuddled mankind since the dawn of time. Questions such as, why can't horses vomit? That's right, chat. Today's show dares to ask the questions that keep you up at night. Today's players will be tasked to offer their best guesses to life's greatest mysteries, all while you at home offer your suggestions in chat. And together, we will find out, are you smarter than a Twitch streamer?
I don't know. Oh, that's on. Oh, that's on. Sorry, I didn't know.
Mics are on.
Okay. Well,
How smart is a Twitch streamer even?
Without further ado, let's meet the players. So we've got Blizz. We have APlatypuss.
both work. Both work.
KaraCorvus. BurkeBlack.
Woo!
GrandPooBear.
Oh, whatever.
And Kwite.
Yeah.
Contestants, you may notice
Mine was the loudest, I just want to point that out.
you may notice a small buzzer in front of you. So when you have the answer for the question, make sure to buzz in and share whatever nonsense that springs to mind. All contestants are welcome to buzz in throughout the round. We want to hear from all of you. In fact, let's hear our buzzers now, starting with Liz.
I long to see you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I loved your daughter. Away.
I didn't know it was going to be like this. I didn't know it was going to be an hour long.
There's an order to things
It's a
for
red
a
button
reason.
right here, you know what I mean? Like, I've just been going like this the whole time.
So I'm gonna press it.
Press
now.
it. All right, Bliss. His is cooler,
I'm not going to remember this.
I think. There will be shorter versions.
These are so long.
But it's kind of sick.
Wait, do we talk during the buzzer?
Yeah.
There will be shorter versions in the game.
Okay, all right.
Okay, cool.
Flatty.
I'm going to forget my answer. Y'all sound a lot alike, honestly.
Yeah.
I cannot tell the difference between theirs.
Mine has a sick guitar riff.
Yours is sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that camera angle?
Yeah, I saw it. It's still going.
This is going a bit longer than I thought it would. Kara.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
That's cool. I would want that one.
Okay, it's very unique, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Burke.
Right? No?
I kind of like polka.
Okay, fine,
Oh.
whatever.
No, we got to let that all finish.
Wait your turn.
Hello.
There we go.
Wait for mine
Oh, come on. That's so sick.
Do you want to hear it again?
You want to hear it again?
His isn't done yet.
Wait your turn.
Holy.
You guys have to appreciate each of the buttons. We
I
put
don't
a
want to
lot
hear
of
his
thought
again.
into this.
Yeah.
Can we skip him?
No. Let it.
Shenandoah, I long to see you.
Why does he have the sea shanty?
Why do I feel like that should be mine? The Pirate Bay and all that?
It should be yours.
No, it's fine. I love it.
I
It's
feel,
acapella, too.
I
It's
feel like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, dude, the pirate aesthetic guy.
It's supposed to have.
Yar.
Sounds like
Yar.
it sounds
Yar.
like somebody wired it wrong.
You could, if you wanted to, you could literally switch.
Nope.
And
Alright,
Kwite. Let's hear your
Can I
buzz.
play it 3 times because you got twice?
No. That's ominous.
What am I? Like an expert?
Ominous, yeah.
No. we got fucked. Yours is cool.
I must say, I didn't have choices in picking these, so I
Hey,
hope you are
don't worry, I'm talking to
satisfied.
production
And
after
if you're not, you don't have a choice.
Okay.
So let's talk about points. Speaking about the points, here is how the point system works. Correct answers are awarded 15 points. However, as William Shakespeare once famously wrote, "A fool think himself to be wise, but a wise man know himself to be a fool." So we'll be celebrating foolish answers on today's show as well. You'll earn 10 points for the funniest and most outrageous answers, and even the dumbest explanations will net you 5 points. So prepare to wear your dunce caps with pride. Today's winner will walk away with the first ever Are You Smarter Than a Twitch Streamer trophy. This prestigious award was
There's a trophy?
hand-forged in the volcanic fires of Mount Vesuvius, then haphazardly shipped via dubious third-party delivery vendor for pennies on the dollar,
mean FedEx?
only to arrive completely shattered. So today's winner will receive a golden mug. And 50 gift cards.
Oh! Let's go.
Look, you can see behind us. Very, very impressive golden mug. Second place.
That?
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Oh, that's cool.
Second place, the knowledge you're the second smartest Twitch streamer and 25 gifted subs because you're half as good. Third place, a pack of biscuits or something.
Huge.
And everyone else, sort of, you lost, so you get nothing. And chat, send your best guesses too. I have chat over here on this side, and we will be reading some of those as the show goes on. No cheating. Plus, cheaters will be banished to the internet wasteland known as Twitter, and I don't want to be there. So yes, I'll be looking at your answers too, chat, reading aloud my favorite responses throughout the game. Any questions?
Let the games begin.
All right, let's get into our first
I would have hit the button so
question.
bad.
Are you guys ready? You feeling pretty trivia? I heard that you studied for this.
Fast? Like, is this...
He thought this was going to be serious.
Taking this seriously.
There's a little bit of a story. They were like, hey, do you want to do Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And I was like, oh, sure. And I'm familiar, Twitch streamer, a rendition of it. I'm familiar with her being a genius. And I was like, I gotta study. I don't want to look like an idiot. I go to this guy and I say, are you studying? And he's like, every day. And I was like, oh my God, okay. I find Eret at the partner party and he goes, what are you studying for? And I'm like, he's like, it's pretty much improv. I go up to him and I'm like, dude, it's improv. Why are we studying? And he goes, I know. So, thank you, Eret.
Well, let's get into our first question. Let's begin today's game with an easy to digest question, a starting course, a mental appetizer, if you will, an intellectual shrimp cocktail, a rich and rewarding croquette of knowledge.
How many of those words you just learned?
Can you tell I wrote this while I was very, very hungry? First question is dedicated to all the foodies out there and it relates to the chef's hat. Here's what I want to know. Why do chefs wear their signature hat? Kara?
Oh, it's shorter.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I actually asked someone. I went to Hibachi one time. You know, they flip all the...
Yes.
Yeah, they flip everything.
And then they throw into your mouth the...
Exactly. So I
onion
asked
volcano.
them, why do you wear a chef's hat? And they said, back in like, it was like, I think the 1700s, they had the chef hat so that they could keep the eggs in there without cracking. And so like they used eggs a lot during all their recipes. So
Shit,
like
she
just
actually knows.
reach up here, grab an egg, crack it in, there you go.
That is surprisingly close to the answer.
Is this mine? It's to hide the rats.
If you actually had a chef with a
Yeah.
rat in their hat,
Yeah.
would you care?
If the food was immaculate,
Does
no.
the rat wash his hands?
As long as there's proper food safety, I think
That's
I'd
not a
be
part of the
happy
answer.
with the rat.
That's not a part of my answer. Whether or not the rat, I mean, it depends on the establishment.
That's way longer than I expected.
So every chef actually has a really cool mohawk underneath.
Oh.
And you have to keep the height, and you have to keep it like gelled constantly. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Shenandoah, I need your daughter.
See, now it's clear that I'm the only one that's ever actually worked in a restaurant that's been here. And chefs hide their drugs in their hat, okay? So they have cigarettes, their weed, and other...
So we've got
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's
people are hiding eggs, rats, mohawks, and drugs in their
No, I mean,
chef's hat.
I'm sure they hid eggs back in the day, but now it's for the drugs.
The rats hold the drugs. So I think it's a
You don't want to do
combination.
drugs alone.
Okay, yeah.
Well, okay.
You know how like a baby's head is really like soft and malleable, so like it'll stick in the same position if like you like put the pressure in the wrong place. That's basically what they're doing with the hat, like so the brain grows in a way that's like adept at like working a fryer. Like there's like lobes that are better at stuff than others.
Are they secretly hiding like a Minecraft villager
Yeah,
head?
you're gonna look like Yakub by the end of it.
Well, in fact,
Closed captions will help with that.
the real answer.
He's making fun of how I can't hear anything.
No, I was like, closed captions will help with this situation. Sorry, go ahead, Eret.
Burke, do you have a guess?
I have no clue.
No clue? Well, that means I can tell you the real answer. So, a chef's hat, known as a toque, was created in the 1840s, so 1814, and it's traditionally to show the different pleats on their hat shows the different ways a chef can prepare an egg. So, the more pleats a chef hat has, the more experienced the chef is.
Wait,
At egg making?
Yeah,
how many ways can
you know, there's many different ways to cook an egg. There's omelet,
You need a signal
fried
to show
egg.
how good at eggs you are?
Dude, see, again, clearly you never worked in a restaurant. The egg is the hardest thing to cook.
You understand.
Eret, you know how those ripples are created, right?
Why'd you buzz
It's
into
the
that?
rat inside.
The rat inside is the one who deserves the
Yes,
balls.
yes.
Let's move on to the next question.
Who gets
Coppers, bobbies, popo, cops, whatever you call them, nothing makes me more anxious than seeing flashing red and blue police lights behind me as I'm riding around town in a car that I've just stolen. Or joyriding, as we Brits call it. It's because it sounds a lot classier than Grand Theft Auto in the first degree. But our topic of our next question is, why do the lights on police cars flash red and blue? You're fast.
Thank you. Okay, I don't have a funny answer for this, but they flash red because that is the wavelength you can see the most out of your peripheral.
This is why I studied. I just want to let you know.
I understand why
Yes,
you study now. You
yes.
answered first, and you've answered almost directly on my
I
card,
know.
both times.
Oh my God.
Almost. Does anyone-
Because orange and green were taken.
Does anyone have any, like, why it's specifically red and blue?
Oh, Shenandoah, I loved your daughter.
It's to help with colorblind people. Some people can't see red and green, so the blue is for the colorblind.
That's another very good
Yes.
guess.
Oh, it's because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's blue is easier to see in daytime, and red is easier to see at night. And it's only been popular since like the 1970s as well. So I'm not sure what they had before that, but I've mainly existed in this.
Oh yeah, the red like Blues Brothers.
Oh, wow,
Sorry, we're
actually,
old.
though, really loud. I'm glad that those aren't around anymore.
We're just riffing, dude.
We've answered
No.
the question
I don't know
already.
what's on that card, but I don't think that's
just said
correct. No. Oh, did he?
Were you even listening?
I was asking these two people. I was like,
We were gossiping.
do we
okay?
know? I was like, do you guys know who did the song YMCA? They're like, it's the Village People, and I was gonna do a. It's past.
Village people.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Awesome. Moving swiftly on. Our next topic fittingly deals with a different type of court, featuring fuzz. Of course, I'm referring to tennis court and tennis balls. As many of you know, the UK is home to one of the most prestigious tennis tournaments in the world, Wimbledon. Such tennis legends as
are
Philip
these people?
Perep, Dolge Orlik, Abel Magwitch, Arthur Havisham, and anyone nodding along affirmatively to those names, those are characters from Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, not tennis champs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Shame on you for pretending to love tennis. But you don't have to be a tennis lover to answer my next question. What I want to know is, why are tennis balls fuzzy?
Go ahead.
Oh no, that wasn't me.
I don't know.
You pressed the
I just
button.
wanted to be first.
Did you want to guess?
Because it's like a toupee for the ball.
It's because actually it's that felt when it hits the concrete or whatever the name of the material that tennis courts are made out of, it creates the best bounce that that size of a ball could potentially bounce with.
This actually.
That sounds like science stuff.
Ooh.
Okay, Platy's wrong.
Says you.
It's actually because the rats that are under the chef's hat, that's what they're made out of, and then they dye them green. That's why they're fuzzy, Platy.
Oh.
Oh, Shenandoah, I loved your daughter.
Again, clearly none of you play tennis. This is sweet.
What are you, a
Clearly
chef
none of
tennis
you play
player?
Tennis,
Okay.
You don't play tennis on multiple different surfaces you
There
can play
are
tennis
plenty.
on. Clay, grass, concrete.
Yeah, you
whatever
played
have
Mario
outside
Tennis,
your
so
high
what?
school. Whatever you have outside your high school, okay? So the reason the felt ball is like that, because it can adjust to each of the different courts and still put spin on the ball, like that,
He kind of said the same.
Sampras style.
Is that why they bounce off skulls?
Yes.
What did you say that was different than me?
No. I mean,
He added
we
a
spin and absorb the different courts, like all the multiples. of
Friction
courts.
is friction.
You are on something with the spinning. I also want to mention about the bounce
Yeah.
as well.
It's
That's not relevant to the question, but
I mean,
did you
would-
know that
It's like throwing a knuckleball.
tennis balls are sealed in a can because the
Yeah.
longer that they are out in air, they bounce less. So that's another random tennis fact.
Okay.
Steel tennis. Gross.
Oh,
Any other guesses?
I'm out of ideas.
Quite?
Quite, dude.
I was gonna say something about fursuiters, but I kind of lost the plot with that one.
Buzz in.
Well, so the. Were you about to buzz?
He
No.
threatened it.
No, go for it.
The real answer is that tennis balls are fuzzy to slow them down and increase spin, which helps players control their serves better, more predictably. The fuzzy covering of textile fibers on the ball is known as a nap. I must have seen greats like Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic spend 2 or 3 minutes picking their ball before they would serve, because you want to make sure it bounces enough, you want to make sure. It's a similar reason why baseballs have the stitching on the outside, because you can use it to create that spin when you throw. But of course, when you're hitting with the tennis racket, you're getting spin in a different way, so you don't need quite the same ridges. It's all air resistance.
Nodding his head along. Like,
I knew this
He's
one.
like,
Dude,
yeah, I
you,
feel
I
like
just want to know we all hate
I
you.
already
He's a legendary chef tennis player.
Yeah.
They call me the Serena Williams of Twitch sometimes, you know?
Is they you?
Yep. Chat, you call me that, right? Back me up.
You call them
See?
chat?
You call them.
Called him Chad. I love that.
You just call them. It's like calling your teacher mom.
I mean,
They're here, bro.
Yeah, chat.
Hey, chat.
I call my wife chat.
you guys are basically chat, right?
You ever say it during sex?
No, not.
Do you have what's the worst situation you've accidentally called someone chat? Like,
Oh, I've done
Someone
that.
asked if you can call them names in bed, and like it's nothing like mean. It's like, chat, this was so good.
oh my goodness, it's like using POG in real life, especially with people who.
Dude, it's too much. I do it too much. It's bad.
I have a question.
Fourth person pronoun.
You use your button.
You have a button. Serve.
What are points looking at right now?
Oh my
Sorry?
God. It's not about the
Are you
points,
asking about the
bro.
points?
Yeah, do we get points now?
Points are being given. I don't have it on my iPad, but we do have the elves backstage making sure that
Thank you, elves.
it's all being maintained. We will see how the points stand after the next question.
Okay.
Eric, can
Okay.
I just say the elves are working so hard, and I love them. I don't know how much these guys love
Sure.
about the producers in the back, but I very much.
Okay, I think the producers are so attractive.
No.
Yeah,
They're
it's
so
like super
smart.
weird. You're also anti-union for the elves.
I'm not.
so-
I love unions. This guy's crazy.
You know,
I'm very pro-union myself, yeah.
trying to bribe the people behind the
Unions
scenes.
of the biggest union.
I was gonna
might
go, and then I was like, no.
All right, let's move on to question 4. So speaking of love, like tennis, nothing says love more than a wedding.
Shout out gay people.
A romantic event where we gather together our messiest relatives, liquor them up, and then offer a microphone to anyone who wants it. What could possibly go wrong? Yes, of course, I am speaking of wedding toasts. You love them, I love them, and drunk uncles really can't get enough of them. Streamers, here's what I want to know. Why is the speech before drinking called a toast?
Oh, Shenandoah, I loved your daughter.
I swear to God, if you're an expert in this too,
What?
if you're an expert in this too,
Well, I have had a wedding. All right.
It's got experience.
Clearly, and I love booze. So there's 2 things I know. And talking this is all 3 of my hits. Okay, so when they used to do toasts back in the 1700s, you know, when they really started Game of Thrones era, they always had bread with it, toasted bread with the toast, and they would dip it because it's breaking bread. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why. I was trying to be funny, but I'm just gonna.
No, that actually sounded pretty good though.
No,
It
it's the
does
real
sound
thing.
real, yeah.
I look terrible sitting next to
so
Have you read my script?
wait, was that correct?
Hey, we don't know.
Okay,
We don't
so-
know.
No,
okay.
We don't know.
don't say.
Yep. We are still giving points for dumbest and
Yeah.
like
We don't know.
funniest as well, but you hit the nail on the head almost exactly. I'll explain it.
I had a
So-
wedding.
So I think the king.
You didn't press your button.
I did.
You did. It's been a while. Hey. Hey, go ahead. Hey. Go ahead.
Thanks, babe.
Hey, no
Thanks. So when kings used to toast to each other, there was actually like poison in them sometimes. So when they would consume the drink and there was poison, they would be toasted. By that I mean dead. Yeah, when you're toasted, you're dead. You're not on this earth
He's
anymore.
toast.
It's like, I'm not gonna say anything. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, we can't talk
One of them's right. I don't know who.
Maybe the bread was to absorb the poison.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking about now is the red wedding.
My favorite anti-poison, bread. Anyone else want to make a guess?
I mean, I don't think, what,
5
I
to
mean,
10
what am I
extra
supposed to
points.
say? You know, anything I say now is
Let's
like,
still play.
Our team captain spoke for us.
There are not teams here. You
Wait,
are
are we
all
on
individuals.
teams?
I
These
need
are
to
teams?
remind you.
Were these our teams?
But
These
we-
are teams.
Oh, I hate
Okay,
you
but
guys.
we decided that we are.
You decided you were a team.
Yeah, we decided we're a team.
No. I want that trophy.
Well, you were almost dead on the real answer. The answer I have here is in the 16th and 17th centuries, wine was often not great tasting. It was very bitter and had a lot of sediment and stuff in it. So people would add spiced toast to improve the flavor. Ooh. The toast would often absorb to the wine's acidity and make it taste better. The toast would absorb unwanted sediment, get gathered at the bottom of the glass as well. So putting bread or toast in the wine would make this cheap, not good wine more palatable.
it's great that you can remember this stuff. I would have took this information and discarded it instantly.
They toasted the bread because it lasts longer too. It doesn't get moldy as fast.
Then maybe that's an.
I did not think he was going to.
I don't know why I know that shit. I don't know.
I mean, this is exactly the reason this show exists, because I have so many useless
Yes.
facts, and then I can go, now you know this too. Whether that's
What the?
against your will or not, I am going to tell you why toast is called toast. And apparently toast is also, the word toast, it comes from to heat until dry, so the little bread thing is just heated bread. I think it is now time for a leaderboard update. See how we are doing.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Come on.
Very nice.
That's grim.
I have a question.
You have a, yes.
So,
Are you going to ask what I think you're going to ask?
This is for everyone except GrandPooBear. Alliance? Alliance?
We are halfway through.
Okay.
There is still time for this to all get mixed around. It is 15 points for correct answers, 10 for funniest, and 5 for dumbest on every single question.
I'm not going to
so there
single
is
one
Yeah,
right.
you
There's
just
a
gotta,
lot
you
of
just
room
gotta
to
say
move
dumb,
about.
dumb answers, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It should be second nature.
Platy's taking
I've
that already,
yeah.
so.
I've got that locked in. I do apologize.
Oh, you're right.
I'm going to give
so
5, 5,
sorry.
5, 5, 5.
I didn't mean to come
Hey,
after your brand.
that's okay.
I'm so sorry.
I appreciate you.
All you need to do to make points is just put out an answer. And maybe if I don't give away that it is the correct answer right away, it'll leave more room for interpretation, which is always good. Well, we'll see how these develop going on. We ready for the next round? Woo! All right. Our next question is all about household companions, but not just any households. I'm referring to the White House, the home of the president. Calvin Coolidge was America's 30th president from 1923 to 1929. Fun facts about Coolidge, he's the only US president born on the 4th of July. And that's the only fun fact about Calvin Coolidge. Rather dull guy, honestly. I don't know. That is the first time I've seen a picture of him. He also loved animals, which leads to my next question. President Calvin Coolidge was the only president to have what unusual animal as an official White House pet?
Okay, wait. Are we supposed to wait for the question to be fully read out?
I think we all get to answer. It's not that big a deal.
Technicalities much, huh?
I just want to know when I can press my button.
Well, look, everybody knows that this animal was a bird. It was actually a parrot, and I don't know why we're laughing.
Yeah, what's funny about parrots?
Yeah, what's funny about parrots, bro? No, it was a bird, and it was a red parrot named Charlie, and it was held at I believe, the West Wing, to be more specific.
Oh, I thought you said Eret was the animal.
I thought you said Eret. I thought you said I was his
Eret.
pet. So I was like, huh? Did I hear that correctly?
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, so Platy's wrong.
No.
Avi.
No. What?
He actually had a miniature pony. It was very cute. You should have seen it.
What are you talking about?
He had a miniature pony.
Did he ride it?
No.
You don't.
Why
Because
wouldn't
he
you
was
ride
fat.
a horse?
You don't ride.
This is
miniature
obviously
ponies.
incorrect.
You don't want to break.
It was a bird.
No, it was a miniature pony.
What was the name of the pony?
Not Charlie.
Okay. I knew the name of the animal.
I mean,
Yeah.
what
Well, it was probably Brian or something.
No.
what counts as an unusual pet? Because there are some weird animals out there.
Shenandoah, I loved your daughter.
It's the look on your face. It's like, I don't know what it is.
Calvin Coolidge grew up on a farm, and he brought his favorite pig with him.
Oh. I almost want to
Yes.
believe that.
And after he got out, they ate him.
Oh.
Oh. So he kind of looks like this animal, so I'm gonna say an iguana. And
So right off the rip, you're just telling us you're riffing at this moment in time.
it's an iguana.
Okay.
He's
named
trying to lock down those
Scarlett.
5 points.
And Scarlett Johansson, because she can play any role in the world.
Calvin Coolidge was also a time traveler
Yes.
/ predicted the future,
Yes.
but only related to
No, but
female actresses.
isn't Scarlett Johansson
What?
named after the iguana, though?
Yes.
So, like,
Yeah.
Calvin, notoriously most boring president to ever sit in the office. Also, the early inspiration for Ants Canada, who weirdly lives in the Philippines now. But he loved termites. He would use taxpayer dollars instead of putting them towards like any social programs, and he just let them sit in the walls of the White House.
Termites?
Yeah.
Guess
You
again.
already
You already
answered.
answered.
You already said.
Hey. Well,
exciting.
this pet isn't as weird, but it's a very less known
You
fact.
can't
You
give
already
two answers.
answered.
No, it's Burke's turn.
Okay,
It's
w-
Burke's turn.
Did he buzz in?
You can't give two answers.
Burke,
He's
buzz
buzzing.
in.
It's
Buzz
your
in,
turn,
Bart.
Bart.
Yeah, let him have it.
Don't let him
Wait,
bully
we
you.
said we could do two answers.
Don't do it.
Bring him back. Hold him down.
Okay, the actual answer is what you're wondering. Okay, the actual answer is that it was the Calvin Coolidge Moolidge. It was a cross between an elephant and a rhinoceros, and it sounded like this.
I believe
Wait.
it.
And its name was Fred.
Can you do that again?
You're the only one
Do it
who
again.
has done an impression of
That's
the
all I
animal.
know.
You just invented like a closed species they commission on DeviantArt.
You definitely...
Look, guys, here's the thing. Look at this picture. Everybody look at this picture. The second animal that he had, look at that hat. It's a pretty tall hat. It was a rat.
Was the rat secretly the president of the
The
United
rat was
States?
in control the entire time.
All from the start.
I rest my case.
Well, I can now break the news. I can now tell you the true answer.
Oh?
Is it was, in fact, a raccoon. Oh. Rebecca the raccoon, to be exact.
Wait, that's so sweet.
Rebecca was a raccoon kept as a pet by US President Calvin Coolidge and First Lady Grace Coolidge. Rebecca had been sent to the White House to be served for the 1926 Thanksgiving dinner. Coolidge, who had never eaten a raccoon, had no appetite to try it, kept Rebecca as a pet instead. The act of pardoning Rebecca on Thanksgiving is also one of the first recordings of pardoning an animal on Thanksgiving, and that has since become a tradition among US presidents.
I mean, it's a rat.
I can just see this raccoon on the Oval Office just grabbing stuff.
rat.
Actually, I mean, I kind of agree with him. It's in the rodent family.
Yeah.
I would agree with him.
Raccoons are not a rodent.
They're marsupial.
Rats are not rodents?
Do you think you could
raccoon.
find a hat big enough to fit a raccoon?
Oh, he's the president. He's the president. He can make it happen.
Presidential raccoon hat. All right.
Yes.
All right, moving swiftly on. Our next question is all about tempting fate. At some point in your life, I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, knock on wood. It's an idiom commonly used when we want to avoid bad luck, to somehow tip the cosmic scales ever in our favor by merely saying 3 simple words. Knock on wood. I've never missed a flight in my life. Knock on wood, knock on wood. I've never lost a bet. Knock on wood. I've never been to Ohio. Knock on wood. Misgiving that one, I don't want to say that. Extremely common phrases we all say to ourselves at some point, but here's what I want to know, streamers. Why do we say knock on wood instead of knock on aluminium, knock on dirt, knock on ice? What is the origin story here?
All right, as you know, way back in the day, people were very superstitious and they would knock on wood, usually around a coffin, because they're knocking on the wood, making sure they don't hear a knock back from the occupant of the coffin.
What?
Oh, we did it. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So hear me out. Am I allowed to say the word sex?
You just said it.
Okay. So.
Just say it again.
Okay. So, you know wooden doors, right? You would knock on the door to make sure like your parents weren't having that.
Wow.
And so it's good to like knock on that and be like, okay, cool. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Sure. Eret, I believe I know the answer to this question. Termites are in wood. So the saying goes, you should check the wood because you can't really see, like, if there's termite infestation. So you want to knock on it to double check, to make sure that there's no issue with your wood.
That sounds believable.
We've had some pretty believable ones.
Thank you.
Simpler answer. Have you ever knocked on anything other than wood?
Like glass.
Hollow.
But yeah, no, the aluminum, the dirt, it's a sensory nightmare. Why would you ever knock on that?
Is that your answer?
He buzzed in. He buzzed in.
What do you think it could be, the origin of knock on wood?
Why, you've never knocked on anything but wood. That's the only thing
Never
to knock on.
What?
Why
Great
is it for
answer,
good luck?
Steve.
The answer is because there is
Great
nothing
answer.
else.
You thought of the answers.
Well, no, again, I already know the answer to this because I'm also extremely lucky, okay? And I'm surprised you don't, all right? back in the day, we used to call ships diversity, old wooden ships, okay? If anyone's seen Anchorman, that was an old school joke. Yeah, thank you, old people.
Yeah.
Anyway, used to knock on wood. It was kind of their superstitious thing they would use. They would knock on their ship to hope that they would get going where they were going and not go somewhere wrong.
We've had a lot of very, like,
That was good. It's
yeah,
not
a lot of
rap.
very
Mine
informed
is.
sounding things. They all sound
I
very
think yours
plausible.
is right, honestly.
It's completely false, by the way.
Sorry.
So, knock on wood comes back from the days of the knocking test. Okay, this is all back in the olden days. You go around and you knock on stuff and make sure he's testing, and if something knocks back, that means you're dead. Because it's the ghosts that are coming back to get you. That's why they knock on wood, because they're tested to see if something's gonna knock back on them.
Oh, I got a better answer.
That's what I
Good
said.
answer twice.
That was my answer.
I know you were intending it to be a joke, but you are surprisingly close.
Isn't that what she said?
That's what I said.
Oh, you did? Okay, so we've had a lot of people say stuff that's very close. So, the real answer. So many pagans believed that spirits lived in trees, and knocking on wood was a way to wake them up and get them to help you. So this goes way back, like over 1,000 years back.
Knocking test.
But it does also have other roots. So, for example, Christians have linked the practice to the wood on the cross from Christ's crucifixion. And other research considered knocking on wood a more recent phenomenon, such as from the 19th century children's game called Tiggy Touchwood. Interesting name. A type of tag in which players were immune from getting caught whenever they touched a piece of wood, such as a door or a tree. So, we have the pagans to thank for knocking on wood.
Thank you, tree ghosts.
But a lot of you were very close to that.
Yeah. Termites.
Like, surprise.
It was the
Termites.
Spirits,
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Bugs. Yeah.
You
I don't
gotta
know
like
about that one.
exorcise your house when you have termites. You know?
Yeah, that is true. Call
Right,
those Ghostbusters.
moving on. Fears. We all have them, but there are some phobias out there that are a tad more unusual than others. For example, globophobia, the fear of balloons. Ranidophobia, the fear of frogs. And this photo behind us is a globophobic, ranidophobic worst nightmare. Which leads us to our next question. Paraskavedekatriaphobia is the fear of what?
Is that not the fear of long words? Very scary.
I think it's the fear of paratrooping vampires from Transylvania.
Vampires specifically? Okay.
The fear of making a word that somebody might have already thought up. Just every syllable you can think of. No one's ever done this one before. I know I made this one.
New phobia.
It's the fear of ska music being used mathematically. Mathematically, ska music being used to solve equations. Paranoia occurs because of it. Ska's.
Can I change my answer?
No!
We said there could be multiple.
You said that. It was
I asked
back
the guy
there.
in the
We all
back.
disagreed.
He did
The
say
guy
there could be
said
multiple
yes.
in the back, yes. But
Take points from him.
I actually read the word this time instead of just answering.
Yeah.
So para means 4, deca means 10, tri means 3. So maybe it is the fear of numbers or something relating
Ska
to
music. Ska
numerical something or another.
You're hot, you're hot.
It's the fear of math problems, shapes, and geometry.
With ska music.
Yes.
Come on, buddy. He's cooking.
Do you just press the button and then wait
yeah.
for it to...
He's buffering, okay?
It's the, okay.
Do you have the Wi-Fi?
Para is multiple, ska, it's the fear of math caves.
Oh, wow. 5 points.
Do you guys have any specific fears or anything that might relate to Paraskavedekatriaphobia?
No, but I legitimately have like thalassophobia.
Oh,
and
the
that's-
deep water.
Yeah, in video games, hate it, dude. Like Subnautica.
Have you played?
Yeah, thalassophobia.
I have,
that's a big
and
one.
it's the worst. I love the Leviathan.
I have a subreddit to recommend you. I have cosmemophobia. It's like a fear of small metal objects and jewelry.
Wait, seriously?
What?
Cosmemophobia.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been playing with this bracelet this whole time. I'm sorry. Like,
No, I just can't have it on me. Everybody in the world wears jewelry except me. You get used to it.
So I happen
Are
to
you-
know you don't wear any rings or jewelry at all.
Yeah, no, I hate it.
Is it like you're afraid it's gonna like fall into a hole or something, like on your body?
I didn't hear you.
Does that have anything to do with the fear of tiny holes? What is that called?
That's trypophobia.
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 Yeah,
Do those
trypophobia,
cross
that's
at all or no?
No, I think I just swallowed like an earring when I was 5 and don't remember it, but the scars remain.
Oh, so it does go in your holes. Okay.
So.
Fantastic.
Well, I can finally reveal that Paraskavedekatriaphobia, it doesn't get easier to say.
Oh no.
Nope.
Is the fear of Friday the 13th, which we just had.
Oh,
What?
what?
We had a Friday the 13th like a week
Oh,
ago.
Decatria.
Yeah, the 10th, that was a fucking
Not
good
to be
read. Good read.
confused with triskaidekaphobia, which is the fear of the number 13.
I love when we all learn.
I knew that.
The fear of Jason.
I just didn't want to say it.
Cara, you were
Yeah, I was
really
too
close
afraid
to
of it.
that.
Yeah.
Because it's a fear of long word. I forget what that is called.
Your eyes lit up when she said it.
because
yeah.
you're like, you were very close.
This is why I studied.
I understand why you want to
Dude.
be on a team.
Oh, my God.
But it is estimated that more than $800 to $900 million is lost in business on Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Because people will not fly, do business, or just do what they normally do. Which the founder of the Stress Management and Phobia Center said. I didn't know that place exists.
yo, I like this fear. It fucks capitalism. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's the hotel level that some hotels don't include?
Yeah.
Is it
13th floor.
Is it the 13th floor?
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
the 4th in Japan, right?
A lot of.
Sometimes you'll go to like you'll see the number 12 for a room, and
Yeah.
then it'll go to 14.
Yeah.
You just skip that because of superstition.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if you're on the
Also-
14th floor, you're still on the 13th floor.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that.
Big Hotel doesn't want you to know.
The 13th floor just doesn't exist in all buildings, just a floating spot. isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gone. The elevator jumps.
But it's, I believe that's for a very, like, superstition of the building makers, but also if you get a hotel room and you find you're on the 13th floor, you're going to be, I don't want to be in this hotel.
Knock on
So,
wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock
Nothing
on
bad.
wood. Those termites.
Oh, those
But
termites.
that's the fact. So let's move on. In Greek mythology, Nike is the goddess of victory and often depicted with majestic wings. In modern life, Nike is a shoe. But a bit of a public relation step down for the old goddess of victory. But my next question is about Nike shoes.
Oh.
Question 8. What household item first inspired the design of Nike running shoes?
Oh my gosh.
No, why? I'm waiting on one of you guys.
You go first.
Go, you go.
You go first.
Go for it.
Ocean and door, I love
Listen,
you,
among all these other
daughter.
things, I'm also a sneakerhead, okay?
Okay.
I got the hot fire Billie Eilish Air Force
Oh my
Ones, all
I
right?
hate this guy.
You
mic's
just had
on.
to take your shoe off.
Yes. This is something I know about. Actually, and it's a pretty boring item, but it was based off the spatula. This is a true story. It was based off the spatula.
Why
and
would
that's,
spatulas make good shoes?
listen, I don't know why the spatulas made good shoes, but it was I think it was the holes with the air to let it breathe and everything else. I don't know the why. I'm just saying that's what it was based off of. So there you go.
Okay, so I have a similar answer, which is the correct answer. No offense.
It's fair. She was wearing flip-flops. Don't believe her.
I was wearing flip-flops?
I didn't know.
I will show my feet right now. Okay, fine.
We can't do that.
Fine, I won't. Maybe after the show, okay? Come see me, you know. Anyway.
This almost got way better.
Don't
Got my heart rate up there.
So you know the colanders, those strainers.
Yeah.
So you know how they're used in snow. Like you can attach like something similar to your feet while walking in snow, so you like don't sink in the snow. So they got that idea from seeing the colander, and they're like, oh yeah, that's from those snowshoe things, right? So they're like, we're gonna make a shoe that helps you walk better on not snow, based on this.
Okay. Look at the design. What does it look like?
Dude, these are super modern.
Right here? Okay. So it's just somebody who's sweeping, and they're like, why do I got to do this? It's that motion. You're going forward, and you're bringing it back, and you're like, I don't want to do this. This is chore work. Just do it.
What?
Just do it.
Dude, I have to.
Like,
Did you have to stand up for that?
He has the shoe design, not the
for the
look.
shoe design, not for.
Well, it comes from that.
I rest my case.
What household object do you think would inspire Nike shoes?
Over there.
So sorry. I haven't learned the.
That's a
different
check mark.
What?
Check mark. They said that's a good shoe.
What household item is
You
that?
don't use check marks in your house?
A
Damn
check-off
it, you're
list,
right.
dude.
He's right.
A grocery list, you check it off. I got you.
I actually,
Your team's losing.
I actually agree that is a check mark. That is a check mark. It was actually back in the 1700s, I think, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
First
Hold on.
ever
Yes.
Twitch partner, which sometimes people can be items.
He can say that, okay?
Yeah, wait.
He's allowed to say that.
My goal,
We'll be right back.
is just to not to say anything.
We'll be right back.
What I've gathered from all of this is you guys may not be the best at coming up with
Dextero,
innovation.
breaking, Twitch streamer person, people right.
It's first ever Twitch partner. They found it in their house and made a shoe about it. There you go.
Wow. That was worth it.
Kwite, do you have a guess?
He's gotten so many 5 points. It's incredible.
I think we're sharing them back and forth.
Kwite, do you have a guess? What's your take on items and people? Take on that one?
I was gonna like.
Thank you.
On the same deal, I was gonna say they were really happy with their kid's report card because like tons of checks, but that implies the child is an item. So
Well, I can reveal that the actual answer is that Nike's first pair of running shoes was inspired by waffles.
Oh my God. We were
Nike's
close.
co-founder, Bill Bowerman, was having breakfast with his
Would you
wife
flip
one
with a
day
spatula?
in
Okay,
1971.
wait.
And
Waffle is
it
not an
dawned on him
everyday
that the
kitchen
grooves
item.
in the waffle iron she was using would be an excellent mold for a running shoe. Bill wanted a sole without spikes that could grip equally well on grass, bark, and dust. And he came together by basically just pouring urethane into the waffle iron and somehow making a shoe out of it. But waffle irons made the first Nike shoe.
Do you know what grass and dust are?
Sorry?
They're not snow.
Maybe they would make good. Okay. With that question 8, we are going to be looking for a leaderboard update.
Oh, man.
Kara and Pooh Bear are tied. Platy just behind.
Okay,
I'm tired right now, man.
Can I
I'm
give
nervous.
my points to Kara?
This
Can I give my points to Kara? I support women.
This is much closer than I thought it was going to be, honestly. You guys have all been giving really good answers.
Thank you, man.
And
Thank you.
I feel like if
but
I
there is still time for this to get mixed up. We have one more question. Ooh. The final question. It hits close to home, being British. The United Kingdom and America famously went through a bit of a spat back in 1776, a revolutionary kerfuffle, if you will. And our languages, despite being English on both sides of the pond, began to deviate. For example, Yanks say cookie, while Brits say biscuit. In North America, you say elevator, while we opt to say lift. And most importantly, you say toilet, while we prefer loo. And that's the focus of this final question. Why do British people refer to the toilets as the loo?
You call it the loo because loo it goes.
Like, look at it go.
Let's go, dude.
Oh, Shenandoah, I loved your daughter.
I also own a toilet.
Congratulations.
Expert shitter over here.
So I'm a professional with this one. And while I've never been to London, I have London friends, such as you, British friends. We're part of.
I am from London.
Perfect. Anyway.
You're lucky this time.
Yeah, lucky this time. Yeah. I just took a shot in the dark on that one. Anyway, this is going to be a little graphic here, okay? When Americans squeeze one out,
That's not.
when we're pitching off, we go, ooh. But when the Brits do it, and I only know this because I was next to you in the bathroom earlier. When they pinch it off, they go, ooh. And that's it.
Intriguing. Okay.
First and foremost, squeeze one out is not what you think it means. just putting that out there. So great. So the toilet is a throne, you know? When you're sitting on there, you feel like you're the majesty of the world. So it's actually a cutoff of a very rich and luxurious place, the Louvre.
Oh, like the Louvre Museum in Paris.
Yes. So you're basically sitting on royalty while you are shitting diamonds. There you go. Shitting those pearls. You have it.
There we go.
There it goes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so my answer is kind of similar to Blizz, but in a little bit of a different direction. So as you may know, for the Revolutionary War, the French helped us defeat the British. And I know the British and the French have a little bit of a, kind of thing going on. They hate each other.
Just 1,000 years of war, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so the French were like, oh, you want to defeat the British? We're in. Yeah, we're going. All right, so.
Oh, no, there's more. Go.
I'm not done. So, I'm taking this away from you.
Someone doesn't respect women's
thank you.
voices.
Respect women's voices,
Yeah.
Patty. Thank you, Blizz. Thank you.
I got you.
Oh my God. So, as I was saying, so the Louvre is in France, and what do the British want to do to the French? They want to shit on them, right? So they named it the Louvre because it's the Louvre. They want to shit on the French.
I mean, that should be
If
the
that's
correct
not the
answer.
real reason, it should
That
be.
should be the correct answer. As a British person, that should be the correct answer.
Well, Eret, as a British person, you know what is the answer.
Oh, God.
So long ago, it was like, you know, how we tell stories, just scare kids, keep them in line and stuff like that. And one, none more infamous than the Loch Ness Monster. Loch Ness Monster is in a lagoon. So what they would say is, uh-oh, kids, always check your toilets, because the lagoon, the Loch Ness Monster from the lagoon is going to find you in the loo.
Did you just
There is one problem with that. Is
What's that?
It's in a loch. Loch Ness.
No, well,
Isn't that technically
it starts with an L.
But in British, they pronounce Luke Nest, you know? Like,
Yeah. Thank you.
And Kwite.
Yeah, so Americans have like really active digestive systems. Like the poop, like whoop, comes right out. No pressure needed. I don't know, like British people, yeah, it gets like stuck, a little lubricant. Like you keep a little bottle next to the toilet, makes it a little easier. It's
Lovely.
fun.
I love mentally
that's
visualizing.
just an anecdote. That's not an answer.
That is quite literally why it's called the loo.
He's just saying facts, you know.
I am.
loo it goes.
I forgot you already answered.
Okay. Funny you say that. Really funny you say that.
No.
Because one popular theory as to why British people call the toilet the loo is because it comes from a French saying, regardez le haut, which means watch out for the water or look for water, which is often yelled by people in medieval times to warn passers-by of the gruesome practice of chamber pots being emptied out of the window into streets.
Ew.
So, gardez-le, watch for the water.
So look out.
And the loop.
Even though it's a pure joke, you had it almost perfectly.
Give him those points, man. Give him those points.
Some points. But yeah, it's a very old phrase from hundreds of years ago.
It was
Back
so
when-
good that you wanted to ring in and scream again. You're like, say it again.
Yeah, you knew he had it.
And with that, I think we can see our final scores. Ooh, let's take a look.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, come on.
By 5 points!
You were funnier? That's crazy.
Congratulations to GrandPooBear for winning with 80
Hey,
points.
third.
In second
Second,
place, we've
third.
got Kara with
Well done.
75.
Done.
Platypus,
We won as a team.
Yeah.
We won as a
65
team.
in third. And then the rest of you don't really matter. So. But first place, you will be receiving 50 gifted subs, the first ever.
He doesn't need them.
I
Need them subs, baby.
what we're all here for. As well as the first ever Are You Smarter Than a Twitch Streamer golden mug,
Is it coming? Is it here?
which I hate to say got lost in the mail. So you will be sent out at another time.
Yo, Eret, I'm gonna be in your chat every day until I get
Understandable,
Okay.
understandable.
Yeah.
Second place gets 25 gifted subs.
Deserve.
And third place,
I need it more.
in third place, you get a pack of biscuits. So
Yes! I'm so hungry.
Wait, those are cookies though, right?
yes,
Yes.
want some from my homeland. We picked them out specially.
Guys, studying, you can get anything that you want.
But that is our show. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This has been amazing. I really appreciate your time. Thank you, all of you, for being here as well. Thank you to Blizz, Platypus, Kara, Burke, GrandPooBear, and Kwite. Really, really appreciate you all. My name is Eret. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Eret. And I hope to see you in streams or next year at TwitchCon. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more TwitchCon. Thank you.